Ladies and gentlemen.
Hello everyone and welcome back to a windy episode of fishing on the Fishing with Matt channel. So today I'm down Gilkicker in Gosport and we're joined by a good friend just over there, South Coast Angler. We're going to be fishing the afternoon high tide coming up and then we're going to be fishing some of the tide down. So I think it's probably about 3 o'clock now. I said high tide's 5, so I'm a little bit late to the party. We'll get some baits chucked out. We've got some black lug, we've got some squid and we've also got some joey mackerel and I think got some sand eel as well. So yeah, going to be going for the elusive Gosport Gilkicker codling. Be nice to see some rays, and you never know, could be some other bass, stuff like that coming out. So yeah, I'll show you guys what rigs we got on, and we'll go from there. Here we go then. So on the first rig, we've got a Cweights pulley pennel rig. Got a nice little shiny Cweights load on the bottom there, 6-ounce gripper. And then down at the business end, I have changed these out, the hooks, because they're a little bit worse for wear. But we have got some Koike size 3.0 and size 4.0 for the main one down here. And I got a lovely whole squid and black lug wrap. So it's important for you guys to know the Cweights and Koike, they're both partners on the channel, but they are not intertwined to each other. So Craig doesn't use Koike hooks as standard, but it's just the hooks that I've been using since they offer a great price to performance. But yeah, we've got the 2 wide mouth specimen hooks there, got the Cweights lead there. We'll get this one chucked out and then we'll get on to the other bait. So with the high winds, we are going to be using clip down rigs for today. So we have got a 2 clip down rig that we're going to put onto the other rod. But for now, we've got the clip down pulley pennel rig going out. So yeah, it's going to give us a blast and see how far we can get out there. That's a pretty good cast for the conditions. Yeah, I'd probably say 25-30 metres, so not bad. But yeah, there's probably a 15-20 mile an hour wind coming straight at us. For the second bait, as I said, we're going to be using a 2 clip down rig. It's a nice little Cweights one with the nice orange lead down the bottom. We've got some 1.0 wide mouth Koike hooks on there. And we got a bit of black lug, half a black lug tip with squid on there. So you're going to get that clip down sent out as well. Good stuff. So here goes the 2 clip down rig. Then get ourselves set up nice and comfy in the tent out the wind and see what's going on. Another nice cast, bait stay clipped down, which is always good news. Now sit back and relax. So we go, both leads are cast out and they seem to be holding bottom, which is always good news. So we've got a pretty decent tide coming in. As you can see, the water is fairly high up. There's a pretty steep drop down here. It's not quite like Chesil Beach, but yeah, probably could call it halfway to Chesil Beach. So 2 baits are out there. We're going to make some more up for later on, but for now let's go try keep the best eye we can on the rods and hope for the best. So before we reel one of the rods in and check the baits, I just want to tell you guys about this awesome jacket that I've got on. So a brand called GOKOZY sent me this for free for me to just use in my videos. They didn't ask for anything or tell me to say that the product's amazing, but I've been wearing this for about 10 sessions or so during live streams and it's been keeping me warm. But basically it's got heated elements in the jacket pockets, in the top and the back and the neck. There's 3 different settings. You can have it on blue, which is the middle setting, red and then green. I normally keep it on blue and that lasts for about 4 hours and that keeps me nice and warm when it's nice and cold outside. But yeah, really do appreciate GOKOZY sending me this jacket. If you are interested in it, then do check the link in the description. So a little bit of solent sightseeing here. We've got one of the infamous blade runners going through and it looks like there's a pilot boat attached as well. Don't know if they're in trouble or they're just helping them out the harbour with the rough weather. But yeah, these things kick up an awful big wave, especially when you're out at sea and even on the shore. But yeah, always cool to see something like that going past. Dan's reeling in. Will he have a fish? I'm not sure. We're keeping an eye on our rods though, so it's happy days. So we're still waiting on some bites. We did check the rod with the turret clip down on, and there was still bait on there, so I put some squid head back on and chucked it out. But we're going to get another bait done up for the big bait rod. I'm going to be replacing that with a bit of Cornish bluey, not bluey, Cornish mackerel. So we've got some nice little Joe mackerels here, and we've got another pulley rig. So yeah, just going to bait up a nice chunk of mackerel. So this could be for bass, for congers, still for cod. And what we want to be doing is having it so that the hook is like that. So it's easier if you line the hook up for how you want it, so you can see which way it's going to go in, rather than just going straight at it, because then you can imagine how you're going to angle that hook in. So yeah, we're going to stick it just behind the back of the head there, bring it around, and we've got a nice bait like that. I'm going to get our bait elastic, I'm going to whip the tip of the hook there down to the top of the head, and yeah, we'll get that chucked out on the pulley rig. So after whipping it on, we've got a nicely presented bait there, and we've got the hook out nice and proud. So yeah, I'm going to get that chucked out next. So this is what the squid and black lug bait looks like. Basically the head has fallen off, getting a little bit tangled in the line. But yeah, basically looks exactly how we sent it out, which is rather disappointing to be fair. So we're going to get another sort of bait done up in this style, probably with sand eel, do squid and sand eel this time. That's good for the rays obviously. But yeah, got the mackerel bait out there now, and we've still got the turret clip down. So we're going to get squid and sand eel done up, and we'll get this one replacing the clip down rig, and then the clip down rig will get baited up and replace the mackerel rig after that. So yeah, hopes are high. High tide's probably in about an hour now. We may have just had a bite on that clip down rig to be fair. I'm going to keep an eye on that. I'll be back with you. So while baiting up this squid and sand eel wrap, I just thought I'd give you guys an awesome tip that I've learned from other people. So this is an insulated sandwich bag, and basically you've got like the reflective material in here, and this keeps all of your bait frozen and nice and cold. So in some cases frozen bait is a bad thing, like sometimes mackerel can be a bit dodgy when it's frozen and can be quite shardy. But stuff like squid and sand eels, they're always better when they're frozen. So if you keep them in one of these, keeps your bait nice and fresh, and that means that the juice isn't leaking into the bottom of the pack and instead gets sent out and defrosted out there for the fish. So yeah, that is a really cool tip, and you can buy these sort of things on Amazon. Don't have any links for them, but yeah, just a typical sandwich bag. So I've got this wireless thing that makes my camera turn on, and it turned on for a second and then annoyingly turned off. But we have got our first sort of fish of the day. We did actually catch a pouting, which is over there. We're going to use it as the live bait instead of this mackerel bait or sand eel and squid bait. But we also caught a velvet swimming crab, which is quite a big one to be fair. They don't get a lot bigger than this. Definitely not a world record or PB. But yeah, nasty, nasty, aggressive little crabs there. I'll show you the pout we caught. But yeah, we're going to get that chucked out as soon as possible and try to keep that alive, because bass will smash the living hell out of that. So yeah, I'll bring you guys back in a second. So there we go. There is the little pouting that we've caught. The perfect size live bait to try and catch a bass, a conger, a cod, you name it. That's perfect. So yeah, I'm going to get that whipped on to a 3.0 pulley rig, and yeah, good stuff. Well, since we've got two fish baits out there now, the pouting and a mackerel, I think it's time to bring in the mackerel one and put a different style of bait. So we have got a squid and sand eel wrap done up. We unfortunately have not got anything on this mackerel bait, I can feel it. And I haven't seen any action on the pouting yet. Been out there for about 10 minutes, but then this one's been out there for probably 20, 25. So yeah, time to give this a change. So yeah, I'll show you guys the next bait. So this is the bait I was making earlier. So we've got a whole sand eel and half a squid on the pulley pennel rig there. As you see, it's nicely presented. You've got two proud hooks pointing either edge. So yeah, nicely presented bait there. Gonna get that thrown out next. Well, the pouting went out on a pulley rig and he's come back in untouched. So this was a fourth rig that I've got out, so I'm just going to leave this pouting on this rig as it is. I used some bait elastic to tie his lips together. Tie his lips together, poor thing. Yeah, onto the hook. So we're just going to leave that as it is, and chuck another bait out. Got that squid and sand eel, I believe. Oh no, I lied, that's already out there. So yeah, now we've got another black lug tipped with squid on the toilet clip down rig. So going to give that a go. Just seen good old Dangler has pulled in the first fish for him this evening, which is a whiting. So yeah, I guess the winter fish are well and truly in. Just saw a cheeky little bite on the left hand rod. Turned away and saw it ping up a bit. Don't think it was anything major, probably just a whiting having a little look. But yeah, with the wind dying down a little bit, the conditions have actually flattened off from what it looks like at the minute. But yeah, definitely is some wind around, but bite detection is getting better. So fingers crossed something more substantial comes across. Would be nice to catch a decent sized conger tonight. Obviously still going after the bass, the rays and the cod. Oh, there you go, another little bite there on the left hand rod. But yeah, it does look like a whiting. But either way, we could send something like that out as a live bait or cut the head off for bass. We shall see, everybody.
Whitings are whitings.
Ooh, South Coast Dangler, ladies and gentlemen, happy days. Ooh. Right, let's see what in the name of winter fish we have on here then. We've had, don't know, maybe 4 bites. May have nothing, may have a whiting. We shall see if there's any weight. Whoop. Maybe one fish, maybe nothing. Anything? Have we got a ting? Oh, we got something. What we got? Looks like a ting. Lovely, a nice little solent ting. Do you know what? We'll give this a go with a live bait, or we'll cut them in half, let them bleed out, sort of thing. Yeah, we'll give it a go. Why not? We'll get that straight out now. Poor old ting-a-ling-ling, eh? So yeah, fresh out the water. We've done a diagonal cut just behind the head and leaving the guts all in place. So yeah, just whipping, as I did before, the mouth area onto the hook to keep that nice and tight so they doesn't slip up the hook or off the hook when we get a bite. But yeah, that is a lovely fresh bait right there. I'm going to get this one cast out, and then we're going to check on the squid and sand eel wrap on the pulley panel rig, and then show you guys the black lug and squid bait that we've done up. But yeah, there you go. Nice little whiting bait, dripping, good stuff. Let's get that chucked out for a conger, bass, ray, doner kebab, stuff like that. Let's try and get something better, everybody. So this is how I've been baiting up my wraps with the squid and sand eel and squid and black lug. So I've got one of the smaller size whole squids here with a single black lug. I'm not taking the tail off the black lug or anything like that. Some people do that when they're using it just on a flapper or something like that, the big sandy bit. But what I'm doing is, normally I'd use my Baitmate tool, which is an awesome tool for making wraps and stuff like that. It just makes it so much easier. But I've left that at home, unfortunately. But basically what I'm doing, just getting the bait elastic and loosely, but still tightly wrapping it all together. Just a medium bit of action to tie the black lug on and sort of shape the squid a little bit. You want enough on there, but you don't want too much and too much strength where you're just squishing the bait. So yeah, there's the start of the bait. With these ones, I like to try and keep the squid head under the hook, basically, or hooked. So there's the head and there's the tip of the squid. So what I've got, the 4.0 Koike hook there. I'm just inserting the hook just behind the body of the squid and then folding it round, not putting it all the way through the squid. As you can see, just coming out the head there. And then what I do is I whip that first hook on with a bit of bait elastic, keeping it straight. So yeah, through the just the start of the body and through the middle of the head to release some of that juice out of the eyes. And then you've got a little bit of line, as you can see, going up there. What you want to do is get the second hook, which is called the pennel hook, which is why they're called a pulley pennel rig. Slide that all the way down. Normally, I think on the pulley pennel rigs, the second hook is a size smaller than the other one. So I've got 4 O's main and 3 O's the second one. But yeah, what you want to do now is get your hook and wrap it around the line 3 times or so, and then nick it in the top of the bait up here, and then lightly hold the other hook and then pull the main line up a bit, and that tightens the bait. And then what you can do is put some more bait elastic over the line in between both hooks, and then yeah, you'll have a nicely presented black lug and squid bait right there for the codling. So we've changed the whiting head out. We've now got the 2-hook clip down rig back out again with some squid tip black lug. Didn't see any bites or anything like that on the whiting head, unfortunately. It's a bit of a hit and miss game trying to catch bass on the whiting heads. We've caught a bass down Southampton water a couple of weeks ago on a whole whiting, and we had a couple of hits on that same sort of bait, but down here it hasn't seemed to work. But yeah, definitely scope to do it in the future again. But we have, oh yeah, we're already getting a bite on that left hand rod that we just chucked out with the squid tip black lug. So yeah. So our big squid and black lug bait have been out there for a good 25 minutes without any action, but just brought it in, and we've got a little pin whiting there, and its eye is missing on one side, and yeah, basically all the bait is gone. So that whiting is deceased, so we're going to keep him around, but that bait has been pretty much smashed up completely. There's nothing left of it. So yeah, we're going to get that nice fresh squid and black lug bait sent out on the pulley pennel rig and hope for the best. But yeah, if the baits are starting to get taken now as the tide's receding, then that could be a good sign. So yeah, let's get this one chucked out. One of the great things about the Cweights leads glowing up is obviously the attracting factor. It will make the fish interested in your bait and the area around your bait, but it's also that when you're casting at night time, you can see where your bait's going and when it's about to hit the water. So for me, using a fixed ball, it doesn't really matter when it hits the water, because you don't really bird's nest a fixed ball. But if you've got a multiplier, then having a lead that's glowing up can definitely be a good thing for you. I've seen and used other companies' leads that glow up, and when these ones are glowed up with a UV light properly, there's no beating them, there is no competition. Believe me, these ones last for such a long time, they're so powerful compared to the competitors. So yeah, do check out the link in the description, everybody, Cweights. And hopefully this squid and black lug bait brings us something beautiful. So we've been having a couple of bites on my left hand rod. I was just draining the main veins, like good friend Dano says, and I saw the right hand rod just start twitching a little bit, pulled down a little bit and started twitching. So we've got the big bait on the pulley pennel rig, squid and black lug. That's on the right hand rod, and on the left hand rod we have got the 2-hook clip down. And yeah, we're getting bites on it at the minute, both of them. Let's take a peep at that 2-hook clip down rig, see if anything goes. Oh, there is a bit of weight on here. Okay, this is definitely more substantial than a whiting, I'd say. Whether or not it's a dogfish or what, I don't know. But actually, there's something on there. Interesting. Dog in the boat! Dog in a ting! Oh no, yeah, dog in a ting. Ah? That's why it looks so long. Yeah! Well, there we go, buddy. We've got our answer. Oh, I felt a little bit heavier than normal. We got a dog and a whiting. Oh, would have been nice to have something else, I'll tell you that much. There we go, I don't really like doing this, but there you go, a dog and a whiting. I'm going to get them both unhooked and both chucked back. Both should survive. But yeah, not bad, not amazing. We'll get another bait chucked out, but I'm glad I checked it. Let's see if there's anything going on this other rod then. Always like filming just in case. And it does feel like there's a bit of weight. And we got another doggy. I'm seeing something coming in like a dogfish. It did another dogger. It do be looking that way. We have got a dogger on the big pulley. Oh dear. Greedy old dogfish. We might be able to save this bait as well, to be fair. There you go. A rather decent sized greedy dogfish. So yeah, it's always worth checking these baits when you get a little bite on them, especially on the big ones, because yeah, the dogfish will be about. But yeah, we're going to get a whiting chucked out and see if we can get something decent. As I was saying earlier, the bait's coming quite nicely again. Hook still nicked in the top, and yeah, obviously still looks like a good sausage. So yeah, I'm probably going to keep this bait around, to be fair, on the pulley rig. But we're going to send that. Oh, hang about, we're getting a decent bite on that other rod. 1 second. That other rod just pulled down quite a bit. That was quite a decent looking bite. We are going to keep an eye on that. Big time. That was a decent looking bite. Oh, it's gone slack, it's gone slack, it's gone slack. About messing around going slack. What's going on there? Alright, we've got a fish on. We had some pretty manic looking bites, and then bang bang and halfway to slack. We had a bit of weight on here, but I imagine it probably is a dogfish playing around with our bait. Yes it is. What is it? Oh, here we go. What is it? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That has been out there for literally about 2 minutes. I don't know how well you can see that. We've just been smashed by 2 whiting within 2 minutes. Right, let's get that other rod out and then we'll sort this one back out again in a second. So these 2 are not quite dinner size and they're too big for live bait. So yeah, we'll get these unhooked. Looks like we're going to have our black lug squid bait still there. But that's such a shame. Within 2 minutes, bang bang, stop, bang bang, almost slack, and it's just 2 whiting. Oh yo yo, we're getting closer, I reckon we're getting closer. Oh, it's getting heavy, chef. It's getting heavy in those waves and wind. Oh, it's fighting back, chef. I wouldn't lie to you. What we got? Has he popped off? Are you still on there? What we got? A ting with a headache. Hey, double tings. Woo! Oh, it's a pouting. Pouting, whiting. Go on there, chef, hit record. Oh, is it? See, pouting, whiting. Yummy. Is it actually recording? Hello, friends. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, just thought I'd check that rod, see what's going on. We've got a pouting and a whiting. Might keep him around, Mr. Pouting, for a live bait again. Huh? Yeah, but is what it is. I caught on that dead whiting, so yeah, I've got whiting bait on the other rod, so I need to change that all out. But I'm gonna chuck that squid and black lug wrap back out again, and then we'll put a pouting on. He's still alive. I can see him breathing.
You can see the air coming out of his breath.
Yeah, the air coming out of his breath. Nice. It's coming up to 8:15 now, and we have got 2 fresh-ish baits out there. I'm going to be changing probably in a minute. On the left-hand rod, we've got the tour clip down with a squid and sand eel wrap on each of the hooks. That's going for the rays and potentially bass. And on the right-hand rod, we have got the tail section of the Joey mackerel on a pulley rig. So yeah, that's going for congers and rays as well. I don't think I've seen any bites, but the more likely of the 2 to get the bites will be the tour clip down rig, so I reckon I'll check that. We're done for putting out black lug for now, because, well, for the rest of the evening I think, as we're only catching whiting and pouting and the pest fish basically, so we're going to save that for another session. But yeah, I reckon I might put one more bait out. Dan said he's going to call it at 8:30 if he hasn't had any decent fish before then. So I think it's time for us to change the baits out one last time and see if we have potentially any fish on the baits at the minute. So yeah, we'll start reading in the left-hand rod and we'll see what's going on. Let's check, see if we've got anything on the tour clip down rig then. Haven't seen any bites, but there is a decent amount of wind, so may have missed something. There does appear to be a little bit of weight on here, to be fair. Ooh, could it be a ray? Probably not, it's probably gonna be a dog. We all know that dogfish love a good sand eel. But yeah, the tide is well and truly on the way down now. It's gone out horizontally, probably about 10 plus meters now, and in terms of height, probably about 4 meters. So yeah, well and truly rushing out. What we got then? Let's have a look. Where did our dog? we got a double hook up of a dog and a whiting. Well, we've still got one bait on there, so we'll chuck that back out and we'll see if the dogfish will regurgitate the other bait. But yeah, it's just been a pretty chill session on the winter species, I guess. Not too bad, not great, but yeah, there you go. Get it rebaited and chucked out for a last cast, everybody. Here we are then, lads, down to the beach with South Coast to Angler. Chucked out the left-hand rod again with the same baits. We had a sort of different bite going on. So yeah, looks a bit congry to be fair. So if we can catch a congriel to, you know, end the session, wouldn't be too adverse to that. But yeah, sort of like a pulley, rattly bite. Not like a whiting bite, but yeah, more of a congry rolling sort of thing. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right then, let's bring this left-hand one in because it is 8:30. Lovely stuff. Yes, we had a little weird sort of bite on here. Do we have any fishies? Let's have a feel. Maybe. Well, I don't feel very heavy to be fair, I'm not gonna lie. I reckon that might be a no. That's a shame, isn't it? Yeah, that's nothing on here. I can feel it. You can stop recording now. Cheers, mate. That's good. Well, we just brought in the last cast rod, which was the pulley rig with a bit of mackerel on there, Joey mackerel, and we've managed to catch a dogger. What a grave shame. He's hooked himself very weirdly. It's like the hook's gone in backwards and then he's hooked himself the wrong way around. So hopefully we'll just be able to pull this out with no damage. Oh, look at that. There we go. Pukey little dogfish. So yeah, that's the last cast. We'll get that dogfish back. So there we go, everybody. That is the end of the session. Wasn't an amazing session, but it's always nice to get out, and the weather being quite windy made it a little bit more difficult than what it should have been. But yeah, not bad. I hope you guys do appreciate the content. Obviously we did catch a couple of fish, so there's something for you guys to watch there, but you can't predict what you're going to catch, and you're never going to catch a PB every single session. But yeah, there you go. If you did enjoy it, do smash that like button, do drop a comment and do sub to the channel if you have not done it already. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you in the next bit of content.